The ZTE Axon 7 launched not too long ago, showing to us that a flagship doesn't require a typical flagship cost. At $400, there's a whole lot of bang for the buck here. For IFA, the company is unveiling its mini companion, the ZTE Axon 7 Mini. Now, as its name implies, the phone has a more compact and hand-friendly design, while maintaining the same all-metal construction from before. This translates to a phone that's more manageable to hold and operate with one hand. Besides its size, the only other distinguishable change is the textured print over the speakers. The phone really lives up to its name just because it perfectly replicates the premium design without much compromise. Looking around the phone, it still features the same fingerprint sensor on its back, a USB Type-C connector, and those phenomenal sounding dual front firing speakers. ZTE tells us that they're able to crank up the power by just a smidgen. And believe us, this thing isn't messing around with its audio quality. It's incredible, and if not, better than the Axon 7. Due to the smaller size of the phone, it's no shock we get a smaller screen too. It's a 5.2-inch AMOLED with this one. The resolution too goes from Quad HD down to 1080p here. Now, some might complain about this, but in all fairness, it's still quite detailed when you look at it from a normal distance. Another area where we see a change is in the hardware that's under the hood. You have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 617 chip with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage. They're all a reduction of sorts, but at least it seems to produce nearly the same responsiveness with superficial operations. But then again, the true telling will come down to how it handles gaming. Moving on to the interface, it's identical to what's already available to the Axon 7, so there's not much to say about it. Right now, it's still at Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, which is expected and all, but we know you're curious about the next iteration. And with that, however, it purely boils down to a matter of time. The camera in the back is now a 16 megapixel one. It's not as imposing as the 21 megapixel camera in the Axon 7, but it's still at a healthy count. It's accompanied with an f1.9 aperture lens, electronic image stabilization, face detection autofocus, a sapphire lens, and a dual LED flash. The only thing not here this time around is optical image stabilization, so it might not be as steady. We're still curious to see how the new camera setup handles though. Arguably, the biggest draw for the ZTE Axon 7 was its price, something that even continues to blow the competition out of the water. Moving on to the ZTE Axon 7 Mini though, it's going to be sold at the retail price of €299 when it launches in some European markets at the end of September. That roughly converts to $333, which seems alright for a phone of this caliber, especially when other comparably spec phones are at $400, but it would have been more alluring if it comes out to be sub $300 when it comes here to the US. Maybe it will. If so, it's bound to be a contender in that mid-range market, so we shall see what happens. And that is it for the ZTE Axon 7 Mini. So if you guys want to learn more about this handset or any of the other new goodies that are coming out and being announced during IFA, you could check out our website, androidauthority.com. This is John V, signing out.